All right, Jason,
Welcome
I've
back.
got the green
Oh,
screen
you're
glasses on because things are going to be hard to predict and see in this game as we get on to Inferno, and it will be the map decider, the series decider, I should say, and therefore the group deciding map.
Your glasses aren't working. I want you to know that. They just look like
Yeah, they're really
sunglasses.
scratched, okay? Look, they're a little... I'm done. Just go with it, please, next time.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah, well, I just didn't want you to be wearing those thinking that,
No, look,
the Ukraine
Jason,
was going to be
we
lighting up your
can't-
eyes the whole time.
No, I get it. We can't all be as good as you, all right? You've never even had a bad hair day in your life, so...
And that's true. I haven't. It's been a while as well. Yeah, third map, Gambit NAVI. Series coming down to it. Two really, really good maps of Counter-Strike between these two teams, which is everything we expected. We didn't think we'd see anything different. This third map is going to be Inferno. You can see the stats up here, and at least this one, the previous two maps showed a lot of red for NAVI, a lot of green for Gambit. This one's at least equal.
Yeah, this one is very equal. And worth noting as well that they don't have a head-to-head in their last 5 on it. Now, that doesn't mean they haven't played each other, right? They certainly have, but both teams very successful. Both teams good pistol round stats, but obviously more sample size for Gambit as of late with 11 maps played accumulated in this. So what we're seeing on the NAVI side is everything they have to offer. And Furia going to overtime, that was a close game as well. So, yeah, I mean, look, I think this is, we always say it, in good series, Inferno seems to be like the perfect deciding map. How many best of 3s have we seen in the history of Counter-Strike, specifically CSGO, decided on this map that are just epic?
Yeah, it's a thing of beauty. Also, I mean, the crazy thing is, yeah, we have the last 3 months, Navi's played this 5 times. They've only played it twice in the past month. It's been a while since they've had a match on this map. So it's going to be interesting to see how they handle that coming into it. I think it still should be good. This is a map they've always enjoyed. They've always been solid on. So I don't expect to see any ring rust or anything like that. I'm just straight up, honest to God, I'm just really excited to get this underway. After the previous 2 maps, I don't really have a whole lot of detail to dive into or things to go into. This has just been a fun series. Really good showing from these two teams. I hope we get another good match out of Simple like we just had on Dust 2. He's going to need some other people to step up with him as well.
I completely agree with that. I hope that they can get it going a little bit earlier on. I hope that Simple doesn't cool off by any means, because I think it's always great when he's playing that way. He's able to open up rounds. He's able to dictate rounds in a lot of ways. But yeah, you know, we need to see more. It's been the one I've been looking at, and you highlighted that at the start of this series. Interestingly, it would have been Electronic in the past, but now Bit is really stepping into his own, and he's coming of age in this team, and I think it's been very, very cool to watch. He's just becoming so consistent in these situations.
Yeah, he's done some good work on. I mean, he was 21-16 on their win on Mirage, just on Dust 2 there. That one was pretty quiet. Although he had some impactful rounds. He was 13-22 on Dust 2. They'll need him to be closer to that Mirage performance to get there, and we'll just find out if that's going to be in the cards. We're getting live into the pistol round right now. All tied up at 0-0, obviously. Utility picked up by both teams. Bit has dropped the CZ over to Boomich, and it's a nade as well, and then nade flash smoke on Perfecto for the T side, nade or smoke flash on Nathany and armor otherwise. Okay.
Bits will at this point just sit back and toward the arch, so watch for him to be the fast rotation. The reason I point that out, obviously, Perfecto is solo 1v4 at B. Should they, or sorry, 1-4 split, should they go that direction? Simple at Graveyard, Electronic and Boomich to play a trade position at the apartments, and Boomich has the automatic pistol in this round, the CZ75. And Electronic will get the information with that sliver peek. One smoke, no utility otherwise. Electronic managed to get 1 kill as Boomich pre-fires and sprays back into the site. That made it a great position. Good setup from Navi, and now Boomich is in the pit, can play the half wall, and a brilliant shot by him down awkwardly to just enters, although this is an awkward battle indeed as Bit gets caught out, and he's actually managed to jump inside of the site without taking any damage, despite being shot at for 2 players at the same time. Yeah, that's a good point.
And the bomb's up on the balcony, I would imagine. So this is awkward. Perfecto, I feel like, can't actually stray that far away from Boomich. Yeah, he's in so much trouble. He's actually kind of screwed. Playing ring around the rosy. Legitimately, he does get 1 left swipe. But now it's on Perfecto, who had to basically abandon him. And this is tough. Glock long range, got the cushion. That doesn't feel good. Perfecto's going to go down. Good win from Inters. And a 1-0 lead for Gambit.
That's twice in 2 days we've seen Boomich run out of ammo with that CZ. Yesterday, we saw it an Ancient in the middle. Thankfully, in that situation, it was a 3-on-1. This time, he runs out, and there's nothing he can do to save himself. And you gotta wonder why. Why is that worth it? I mean, yeah, rapid fire, sure, we've seen the CZ do incredible things, but as soon as you get in that situation, my God, that's awkward. And twice in 2 days is too much for me.
You got 2 kills with it, but still, yeah, it is awkward. It's also, you expect to, if you get a couple kills and you get into some action, you're going to be able to swap that out for a different pistol on the ground. And for whatever reason, he hasn't found him for 2 days in a row. Upgraded weaponry with armor for NAVI. Everyone just waiting. Everyone just chilling. It's like they called a truce on the map. Simple and Bit gonna be far back on pit and balcony. They're gonna get some action headed their way. Gambit is readjusting on the map. Throwing out a little bit of utility at the B bomb site. Boomich and Perfecto know it's absolutely nothing. Electronic and the Cubby at mid. It's gonna be all on Bit and Simple to be able to control this pop out halls. I don't think they have the ability to do it. They could with some fortunate shots, but no utility to slow this down or make it disjointed.
So Bit waiting, trying to be patient, trying to get a headshot in the site, can't do it. And Simple will at least get one on a deagle, but pretty overwhelmed as he gets caught off and they jump in. Hobbit, he'll follow in the act as well and get involved in the action by taking down. Oh, I was going to say 2, but it's actually NAVI that gets to Boomich, and it's all on to Perfecto in a 1-on-4. Exile only has 1 HP, so don't look for him to be too aggressive in this pursuit of kills. This pursuit of Perfecto. Starring Will Smith.
Ah, nice. So 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, good start again for Gambit this time. Last time, I remember they lost both pistols, so now they're going to be, I think, pretty happy with this. We're back to what we saw in Mirage from them. Now, mind you, they did.
Tough hit to handle for Bit and Simple. They were expecting the main thrust of that attack to come out of the holes. I was expecting it as well, and Gambit comes up lane and turns right into the bomb site. Those weren't the fights they were looking for. Just Perfecto with the upgraded CZ from the previous round. A little bit of utility added in for good measure. Some smokes to be able to delay and try and funnel, but a whole lot of danger.
Shot from Hobbit will take out Simple. That'll put us down on 1 man already on NAVI's side as they wait 1 more round to get the guns brought back into play. Hobbit again just swinging around at the top side of Boiler. Has NAVI working alongside him, going inside of the apartments. Bomb waits at the bottom of Banana at this point in time as they look for further information, and they're going to try and stack this toward B. Having lost Simple already, their best plan, or at least best thought of a plan, is to stack up at the B site and hope that they'll head that direction. But so far as we see it, Gambit is not anywhere near there, and deploying utility on the A site, they'll take no chances and slowly dissect the map. You like to see this, Jason. We talked about yesterday the different schools of thought, you know, sending one player and trying to find these stacks, or just going with it and not risking giving away a gun when we know there's deagles as well in play. So this is them kind of going with the team mentality, but also throwing a full execution in just to be sure, even pre-firing corners.
Bomb has been planted.
And they get a free bomb site and a free win. Perfecto is keeping the light armor of a cheap upgrade to the head armor in the next round. So yeah, everything according to plan for Gambit so far. You're exactly right. Just a full-blown execute, eliminating all the danger. And away we go.
And this isn't so much a save from NAVI, because I know it seems weird why they don't have anything. They have a deagle, whatever. They're going to buy guns next round. There's 2 SMGs in play, and you don't want to let them farm up cash against you. So you have nothing to lose, but you also have really nothing to gain. So there's no point in giving away that money to Gambit, especially where they're going to use all that utility in the eco, or anti-eco, I should say, from their perspective. You know, that's a little bit more money they have to spend. There's no need to give that back to them.
Right. Well, here we go. Simple with an AWP. Bits relegated to the FAMAS, but he's got a kit, so does Perfecto. Still some SMGs on the board for Gambit, so things could get a little bit weird. Simple's going to go for an early pick down mid. No one swinging into that crosshair. And backs away on timing.
Quick nades from Gambit to the top of mid. No one getting aggressively toward those right now. Another quick one on the wall just to make sure that no one's up close, but Perfecto's ready. Don't imagine it'll be a long throw. Watch for the underhand. In fact, okay, long throw off the wall. Fair enough. It still lands to deny them entry points. And Boomich is boosted new. Classic spot, this. Never existed in previous versions. Inferno's gone through quite a few changes despite keeping its integrity. And they're going to work together. This is almost a lineup with the crosshair together. They've got to be careful not to get in each other's way. As Perfecto, he doesn't have anyone in his way except for dead bodies. He'll take down now two, excuse me. I thought it was 3 of the round. Got 2 in the inside of the smoke. But either way, it's a good counter to the entry positions. And already the rotation has come in from Simple. Smoke down, but watch for him to come through that. There's a chance at all if he could sniff a kill, he'll go for it. We know he likes to be aggressive. NAVI's going to use the smoke to their advantage, but that is going to just leave Simple with a perfect time and a perfect opportunity because that smoke has faded. NAVI, he knew the timing well. Fair enough. He gets a round orange as 1. Still Boomich. That can peek on this. Perfecto. New box this time for him. Spots them at water. In comes Simple. Can't get the up close AWP. Shiro shuts him down instead as Electronic will close the round and NAVI get on the board in the first gun round.
Nicely done. Good defense from Perfecto. Stepping up, and actually, I think Gambit might be like, why is he not blind? He actually stepped up and he saw the flashbang coming up and was able to turn away. There it is. You can see it on the screen. And perfect double kill for him. And that was the main strength of that attack from Gambit taken away. First round on the board for NAVI and another buy for Gambit. Full investment.
Pop flash off wall to allow Boomich to get behind barrels. Saw on day 1 as well, they were having trouble holding that position together, he and Perfecto. So this time, they seem to be a little more in sync with each other. They're pushing together, using utility. Boomich even checking behind barrels this time to get further information down, but they're on the same page so far, it seems. That last gun round certainly suggested it, as they both played very efficiently and allowed the tees in when they needed to, and Perfecto even started it off brilliantly with that spray down.
It's in an interesting spot. Challenging up lane. Gets to Haycard, tosses a nade, and backs off. Nothing unusual there. Looks like they want to attempt to pull off a split through CT spawn. Simple's going to get aggressive, though. Ooh, and he finds him. Gets away behind the corner, comes back for more. It's Hobbit down next. Good shooting from Simple. And the B defenders still have 1 smoke to utilize if they'd like to. 30 seconds on the clock, and it's Gambit who have to make the decision.
Simple now rotating all the way back around to the library position as well. Electronic will sneak out. Simple's got the other. Throws to get the response, and he's doubled that up as he finds Bit. Simple with 3 already in the round. Wants to try and close it out with time. Oh, he did get the plant. Simple was trying to bait the sound coming through. And Inter's held his nerve, so he'll be looking for an ace to win this round out against NAVI, but it's a flank behind him. 2 players already working up on the quad side. Simple's got the shot instead, so it doesn't even matter. They won't get that far. They'll get the defuse instead. Back-to-back rounds for NAVI. And money in the bin. Well, I say that. They'll have a second round loss bonus plus plant, so I've seen forces on worse, but it's not going to be perfect for Gambit.
Yeah, it's not going to be great. Not going to be the best thing in the world, but they'll manage. What a nice round from Simple, picking up right where he left off on Dust 2. 4 kills with the AWP. First, this handling half of the attempted split, forcing the 3 B players to come all the way back to A and execute with like 18 seconds left, and then he handles it all perfectly. Knows he's going to be the target of that last player and just backs away to a new angle. 3-2.
I like how they take the time to remodel the chickens in CS. That was a priority.
I'd say it's a pretty important priority. The chickens have got a lot of mileage out of Counter-Strike for content.
That is true, they have. Simple's got a lot of mileage out of this AWP because he's had it now for 3 rounds. That one was dropped back over to him, so he's got multiple kills on that particular weapon. Checks close. That's a good response. Boomich needed to be faster there. Shiro survives, by the way, with 1 HP.
Yeah, that's going to be an easy double up, you'd hope, later on. He should turn into some kind of lurk or flank and maybe in the position of Hobbit, although Hobbit's pretty dedicated himself. They're going to back away from the B-bomb site. Probably making the educated guess that Navi is going to play a 2-2 split, being in an equal man situation. Electronic's got a smoke that he can put down. He's going to do it right now. Simple's got information towards top mid, periodically peeking towards boiler. Oh, Electronic could be in trouble. Repositions. That's smart.
Shot again from Simple. Hobbit's the one that goes down. Electronic will wait below in the pit. Simple 12 HP to work. Forward of the smoke, gonna be aggressive, dodges the flash, sees it all coming in terms of utility, but can't hit the quick scope up close. As Shiro responds into him, but Electronic still has control in the pit, and he's called that Shiro's gone to the site. Electronic getting the final kill, and Perfecto using his information. So, 3-3, Navi straight back into this game. The money's still grim and tight on the Gambit side.
Great round from Electronic. The smoke misses the opportunity at the first kill, which is unfortunate, but repositions to pit to grab a double. Simple as well, being able to bail him out, coming back from Rap side and picking Hobbit off in halls. Navi, once they got the guns out, handling this Gambit attack very, very well. So far, so good.
That's a decent exchange. Look at this 4-man train toward B. Make it 3, though. He's got NAVI down, and the nade did considerable damage onto poor Hobbits, who's now going to die to Bit. Bit's been very smart about this. You get that many guys up banana, get the call, run down. Make a banana sandwich, Jason.
Banana sandwich with peanut butter?
A little peanut butter, banana, some honey on there as well.
A little bit of honey?
That is
All right,
a sandwich.
now we're talking.
Yeah, that is... I'll bet the Zoomers don't even know.
Nah. He'll get there, though.
Oh, someday. Bit's done perfect work that time to take away the map from them, and he'll get 3 kills in total this round. So it will be Navi now that leads the way with 4 straight rounds on their side, but Gambit will go back onto weapons. Shiro's already bought out the AWP.
Yeah, they're going to talk over the best way to approach this. Getting a little bit beat up in these last 4 rounds. It's been pretty clean, pretty efficient from Navi. I'd like to know where they're going to... how Shiro's going to play this with the AWP. That's what I'm going to keep track of this round. And here we go. Freeze time comes to a conclusion. Exile on 1 kill. NAVI on 1 kill.
Simple going to be looking down middle. And Boomich. He's already looking at Banana, but they're going to rotate this over with a deep smoke on Banana. But Perfecto's still being very passive in the site. They're going to rotate to a 4-1 split very early in the round, Jason.
At the moment, content to just chill with what little control they have. Hobbit getting some information in halls, setting up as if they're going to be taking brackets control. Molotov smoke left mid and a flashbang. So NAVI just trying to give away the impression. But no commitment yet anywhere, and this is a lot of utility being used for the T side and not actually attacking any position. 3 smokes and 1 flashbang left. I think the fact that there's not a whole lot of Molotovs and smokes being used at B scares them, gives over the game that Simple is there with the AWP, that Navi want them to peek into the Banana bomb site.
Getting a little bit aggressive to NAVI. I think they lost track of each other in the smoke. They were shooting the walls beside one another, but it's Gambit to start off with the entry. As they get inside of the site, NAVI and Hobbit finding kills. It's Simple and Perfecto left alive, and they're on the B side of the map, so we're going to go 4-4. 10 seconds was all that was left on the clock, and Gambit will tie the game back up, taking their first gun round.
Yeah, that was well read. They had Banana control, just completely fell back to the A bomb, so they didn't want to mess with that whatsoever. Navi was letting that choke point stay open. And that's a lot of space they got at brackets as well. That might be something Navi want to address in the future. They do have some bracket space setups that they can run if they want to control the top mid portion of the map. But gonna be all tied up at 4. And Simple's got plenty of money, so does Perfecto.
So they'll save both weapons on the Navi side, and that will be beneficial considering they've got a good amount of money built up, but this will buy them essentially another round by just keeping those 2. Important save. Great entry, though, at quad side, and the fact that they lost the player on balcony so quickly just made things very awkward for that pit engagement.
Very awkward, Matt. Extremely awkward. Weirdly awkward, you could say.
Socially awkward?
Yeah, probably even socially awkward.
Sexually awkward?
No.
No? Okay.
I mean, perhaps.
I wouldn't know. Boost for Simple in Banana as he tries to get some sort of detection as to what's going on at the bottom side of Banana. Simple, the one with the smoke, to put it deep this time as well as he doubles up. Underhanded nade by Electronic out in the top mid position at the wall. Boomich can capitalize. Now they know he's there, though he needs to be so careful because the smoke down quad side means there's no trade potential. And Electronic will hold now inside pit. They back away from it. Nice shot, Hobbit. We saw those shots raining out from the door just above. That catches a bit in front of Library. That'll be the go. This will be the take, and Electronic has to be perfect. He's got so many players in front of him. He's already got one with a headshot. Perfecto was able to help him out getting through the smoke, but it's Hobbit who emerges from the balcony to find the kill. And Shiro walks through the sights to get the shot back into Perfecto, and it's all on Simple. It's only a 1-on-2, and for Simple, anything is possible. As he walks in with the AK-47, Shiro's on very low HP, and Hobbit's trying to play a trade. They don't want to reveal anything, and he suspects one will be in the pit. That's a natural conclusion. Given years of time on the map, now he'll confirm there's not because he's tried to flush it out with grenade, with the incendiary, and that's a perfect play. So one's to sacrifice, Hobbit to kill.
Oh, they almost held on to that. They almost held on to that bomb site, Navi. That was so very close. Gambit even maybe gets away with one. Navi got away with one with Boomich in middle. That pop flash thrown from deep back in mid. I think it landed on top of the roof, so Boomich wasn't blinded at all. So they'll have to go back and clean that flashbang up, but they have a 1-round lead out of it. And these late A hits are starting to look real powerful for Gambit. Simple still has an AWP. Out of cash, though. Shiro has his.
Well, they'll try and go for an early set with a 3-2 split, having already put some utility at Banana. We're seeing a lot of utility at Banana, but not a lot of deep play yet from Navi. Would have thought perhaps, Jason, they might have gone to try and get themselves further down towards the wood stack. Boomich is trying to bait out as much utility as he can, but the problem is they don't have a lot left on the CT side themselves. And no one at Arch, so no rotation immediately.
Timing on Perfecto's smoke is going to be everything. Spots the shoulder, they're going to beat it. They're not going to respect that at all. Boomich, only a FAMAS, but he's got a blind opponent. Spam down and Perfecto is turned upon. And now Gambit is establishing success at both bomb sites on the map, and that can spell disaster if Navi's not careful. This is a real problem now.
So Simple trying to hold on to the AWP, goes toward the library. That way he knows if they're coming, he can at least potentially catch off one player and then won't just get locked in the backside of the A site. Bomb will explode, and the round to Gambit as they now take a 2-round lead in the map.
This is dangerous. I feel like it feels like Navi's. I'd like to see them go for some early kills. Like one of the successes they were having with Simple's AWP on Dust 2 was all the opening kills he was finding on the CT side. That's what kind of stopped the Gambit run after a certain amount of time, was Simple started opening things up, giving Navi a lot of 5-on-4s to work with. It doesn't have to be Simple, but I feel like there's a lot of ground being given up all across the map, and I'd like Navi to at least show some presence.
So it's Bit and Simple together. Play the crossfire at top side of middle is Perfecto. Way back in B this time with Boomich.
All right, to B bomb site we go. 5 players in Banana for Gambit. Excuse me, 4. And just as I say that, they start to back off a little bit. Nathany sticking around close. Shiro. I think they're going to throw a little bit of a fake. Now that they've had success at both bomb sites. There's the entrance into B. There's Boomich with the kill. So the fake has failed, and now Simple's going to get one just walking easily into his crosshair. And all of a sudden, just like that, it's a 5-on-3.
Yeah, you try and throw a fake, but then you actually go back to the most powerful weapon on the man who's been playing so well and Simple, like you say, gets a free kill. Shiro gets a shot onto Perfecto. We saw that off-site. That's at B. Now, hang on. 14 seconds.
Yeah. They can do this.
They can, but Boomich, it's an MP9. He doesn't have the range. They absolutely can get this down. 6 seconds on the smoke, inside of the site, just barely getting there with a second to spare. There was nothing to cut it off. Single smoke as well. And suddenly, Jason, they have a round to work with as Boomich desperately had to watch that happen.
Oh, utility usage here. Where's Electronic going to toss it out? That's a good one. Molotov going to force the op into the open. Huge win from Bit combined with Boomich. Shiro's burning all the way down. It's just Hobbit, 1 versus 3. Electronic going to peek with the nade, and he's got a kill. That is a nice recovery from Navi, but they did not expect Gambit to run all the way back to the B bomb site. That's scary for so many reasons. Obviously, Shiro getting in with the AWP, but they didn't need to use a smoke to cross to get into the bomb site. So Shiro with the op is posted up, and it's not just the SMG, it's that Boomich can't even get close to like establish any kind of a staging area for that retake. That could have been real dicey.
And I mean, even Perfecto leaving the site, thinking, he'll come back over toward the A side or at least play more passive CT. He gets caught. That allows a bomb plant that's still going to get Gambit more money. So that's a success in its own right, considering what the round looked like just 14 seconds before the end of that. So Simple with the incendiary down toward middle. There's a second one deployed, as we saw. It's actually a Molotov and an incendiary inside of Banana. So they are contesting this time, and Boomich is out at the sandbags position. Needs to be somewhat careful. Has Perfecto in sight, and you can see, based on the flash being brighter on his HUD than all the others, that he is ready to flash his teammate in. Simple as well. Good benefit from a flash. I'm not sure they're going to get much for this, though, because Bomb's going back up middle A again. Bit that has to cover this off on the archway side. Excel's already got Boomich. Simple does get one back. Flash came over. That was well timed. At least they used the utility to find a response, but it's all over toward A, and Simple knows it. He's going to try and get on the horse and rotate back across the map to try desperately to hold off whatever Gambit can throw their way. Simple gets caught out. Shiro read him perfectly that he was going to rotate down deep in Banana instead of going back through CT. And they're going to take the ball back over toward B, so Gambit's just playing the map.
Yeah, look at his nades, though. Look at Perfecto's nades. He's got Molotov and a smoke and an HE grenade. He can stop them cold. They won't respect the smoke, but he can make it very difficult to get in, and that's risky.
He knows they're there. He heard the nade hit them, but he's stuck in water. It's an off angle for him as well, though, so if they run in expecting him to be in the site, he knows they're going to be up high, but Hobbit instead is going to find Perfecto, and Hobbit and Water get along so well, but not when Bit's in town. Shiro to pull this back, 9 seconds. He has to grab the bomb and plant it right now. It'll be a committed plant, and there's a chance that Electronic could have just swung on that. Instead, Shiro's got the information, but Electronic wins out the round, and Navi get away with it to find 6-6.
Yeah, that's huge, but man, Gambit is making these rounds so awkward. Look at all the pressure. Hey, go back and watch this demo at some point and just watch this round. You can see how many nades they're throwing and how much presence they have at A, at brackets. That's making all of Navi call out that it's an A exec, that they're committed. And that pulls Simple down on the flank, and Gambit just hits the brakes. They're not afraid to just run the entire length of the map. This is so brutal because Simple's being told that they're committed, that they're finishing at A, that they're coming into the bomb site, and then he's just straight picked off. Good job from Perfecto, even if he doesn't get any kills. The Molotov, the smoke, making it awkward, making it delayed. They needed that. He won an important battle in CT spawn just prior before rotating as well. 6-6.
Again, it's two-way utility inside a Banana from both teams to try and hold off the position. Well, though, we've got Simple again working out from middle. Bits gonna find a response. Trades go both ways, though, and even though Nathany's lost, it's Inters to make amends with the situation as Simple will sneak inside of the site with his AWP in hand. Tough angle to play. Makes no mistake on it, though, but not expecting Axile to already be on balcony. He gets the shot in return. And just like that, Boomich has to back away. Shiro and Axile left in a 2-on-2, bomb planted. And it's the 2B players, naturally, who have to get back over to the A site. And Boomich will be the first to make contact. Looks high. He thought he could get to the balcony first, but Exile's perfectly positioned and times it well on the peak to get the shot. It'll be the exact same thing over again, and Exile finds both.
Oh, this is just so tough. Good round from Gambit marching up into that A bomb site. They've gotten so many plants in this half. And that might just be it. The trade game coming up mid is just phenomenal for Gambit at the moment. Navi's going to have I guess, a full investment. Electronics just bought out the FAMAS. The money's all over the place, and none of it's good. So they figure might as well just buy here. Not like the buy in the 15th round would have been great either.
So Boomich will hold on. So the top side of Banana using very little, just the CZ75. We saw Hobbit's position already. He's the most forwardly positioned right now of anyone on Gambit, and he's got company. Might look like a cozy room, that nice yellow armchair and reading lamp to the side, but it's not a great position to be in if you're Hobbit right now, because there's some invaders in the hall who want to evict him from that said apartment, and Electronic is able to do so. Now put the Molotov down behind sandbags, and Perfecto rotates back over to give extra support to Boomich, because so far they're 1-1 on kills. And with Hobbit going down, they're potential to get a weapon and work with it, but they've actually lost control of that, that boiler position altogether. As Simple turtles inside of the site, and Electronic is in a great position in pit, but not in a great situation, I was going to say, with low HP, but he makes no mistake in finding yet another kill on Axile, and this could be an eco win from Navi to tie us at 7-7, but with 28 seconds left, at cross over, Simple still in the corner. Simple's doing stupendous things as he gets one kill and is enough of a distraction to allow Perfecto into the picture.
Oh, I can't believe they've gotten that one. Well done from Navi. Going into the last round as well, keeping themselves alive, and Gambit going to be hurting for cash.
It's quite the win. I mean, again, it starts with that double press, that full court press, if we want to put it in the basketball terms, that double press up toward Boiler.
I like that. Basketball terms.
Yeah, it's about like all I know, like free throw, full court press, technical. I don't know a lot about basketball.
That's all right.
I probably actually know more terminology than I think. I just don't understand it.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. 3 players in holes for Gambit. Oh, this will be a timing hit. Electronic, he's got it all to do. They're just going to turn the corner. First goes down. Again, good trade. Good trade, and Bits in the open. He never had a chance. They were out before he could even respond, and this was a timing that Navi was not ready for. They're going to go for the retake. They've got to. It's the last round. It's going to be a tough ask.
Good nade. Goodness me. Perfecto gets dunked on. There's some more basketball references for you. Smoke in. Shiro tries to cross over. He won't be able to spot out Boomich, but there was certainly an exchange between the two of them. And yes, you're right, Gambit has gotten into the site and made this very awkward. As Simple brings his AWP back around, Boomich tries to push back the door just in case. He's dinked. Axile got him on 12. We saw there was a player in Boiler. So Axile does all the work, and I thought Shiro was going to pop out. He doesn't even have to, Jason. 8-7, Gambit win the half, but what a back-and-forth affair in the middle of that.
Yeah, but Gambit had some really, really cool calling, and once they established the fact that they could take A and take the B bomb site essentially at the same exact time, and what a difficult thing to recover from if you're Navi. It felt like they were on the back foot for that entire half, so in some way, I'm actually pretty impressed they managed to get 7 rounds together.
$15 kills for Electronic and Simple each. Hobbit leads the way for Gambit on 15 himself. Although, again, it feels like Axile, whenever he finds doubles, has a massive impact. Three kills only for Nafni. Boomich as well, only on 6. That's the other problem. Maybe Perfecto has 6, or 7, excuse me, and Boomich has 6. That's your B players, and we did see a lot of B attacks as we look back at some of the highlights from the half.
Yeah, well, we saw a lot of rotations over as well, but certainly there were a few rounds where that initial defense of the B bomb site kind of struggled. This wasn't one of them. That was a good play from Perfecto. I really liked that. They had some good moments as well.
Simple does look sharp in this series, which is always a treat.
There was a tech pause at the end of the first half.
Yeah, I was just yeah. So I'm seeing a bit of English and then Russian as well mixed in, but without the Cyrillics, obviously. So I was trying to make sense of it, but I couldn't. But yes, we do have a tech pause.
You were trying to like improvise reading Russian?
Well, I was trying to see if there was, because there's no, yeah, basically, yes. I was just going to make it
You're
up,
like,
Jason,
oh,
as
look,
I go.
foreign language.
We have a tech pause because the gerbil has drinking soda. That's what I figured out.
So going to go a different direction once you brought out gerbil.
No. It's apparently the gerbils drank some soda, so that's why we have a tech. I told you, see, I speak fluid Russian.
Yeah.
No, we are going to
Here
get
we go.
underway. I did like how they asked the admin, hey, can we speak during this timeout? Come on, we know the rules. No.
Nope. Not at all. Here we go. Live into the pistol. P250 pass over to Simple, as we all know. Smoke flash on Boombla. And Hobbit's got a double flash for the CT side. Dualies are out in full force. Love to see that.
You do love a dually, don't you? They've been out a lot more lately. I think I've seen them more this week than
Makes me
probably
so
the last,
happy.
like, 3 years. Yeah, yeah. They're fun as heck to use, to be completely honest. Shots from Inters takes down Bit. And the dualies didn't do a damn thing. Not a damn thing, as it's Perfecto and Simple to combine for 2 more frags on the way into the base site. Shiro's going to have to rotate around. Good timing on that smoke, as he can't get the USP in any position of range and power. He's the only one over there still, because a delayed rotation from Axel waiting for a potential lurk. So Navi looking to respond and get the second pistol. They'll split them 1-1 if they're able to convert this, and Shiro sneaking in. Might have something to say of it, but no kid on either player means that this is probably too far gone already.
Yeah, I don't think he has anything to say about it at all. They've got a flank coming in, all the meanwhile. Unaware just yet. Good shot from Shiro. But there's way too much time ticked away. He's got another one. Perfecto now. Again, bomb is gone, and there's finally the flank coming into play. Perfecto just buying a little bit more time, sinking deeper into the darkness before Electronic shows up. And it's 8-8.
So we've got a game. We did say it. Inferno's normally a phenomenal deciding map in series such as these. And yeah, I want these 2 teams on land. I want a crowd for this. I want Katowice full. And these 2 teams in the final, Jason. That's what I want.
Ooh, okay. Couldn't argue with that one. Full investment from Gambit in the round and a stack at the B bomb site. It's Bit and alt mid. 4 players for Navi are here. Ooh, this could be dangerous. How many are they going to commit through the smoke? Boomich spraying into the smoke. Burns. 1B from Interns. He's traded off, but NAVI pounces. And there's still 2 more players here. Perfecto needs to be careful. He's committed. Jumping over. Finds one. Leading his way into the bomb site. Electronic adding in. And finally, it seems like they found a way to this B bomb site. But what a battle the whole way.
That was a big time battle. That was a brawl. NAVI nearly snuck out and surprised them being in that back corner the whole time and not being checked, but Electronic does clean it out and get the kill. And as a result, Shiro is now left walking away in a somber state of affair, because it'll go Navi back into the lead at 9-8. He's actually going to rotate all the way around and look for exit kills, which is rather clever. And unlike Boomich, he still has some ammo to shoot, but he's not even going to bother shooting it. You know what? Never mind. I would rather him not have ammo, as Bit completely deletes him.
All right. All right, then. Well, 9-8. Can't really invest a whole lot if you're Gambit. We'll see what Perfecto can do with his Mac 10. How much money he can build up with some of the bonus cash. A stack again, this time at the A-bomb site. All 5 players for Gambit on both sides of mid.
Electronic wants to sneak around the top side of middle. Simple. He had no choice. That's the problem with that crossfires. You really got to commit one way or the other. And Simple wanted to shoot the guys behind. You know, Henry said it for years. If you don't not kill your teammate at the expense of losing out on a chance for an offensive kill, and worse still, if he doesn't shoot and they both go down, you just look foolish. So Simple really had no choice in that situation. They were able to trade because Electronic got 2 before Simple deleted him. But it's their advantage as a result. So you can see the benefit of doing that. I know it looks weird, and it's an intentional team kill in some ways, but really nothing else you can do, Jason.
This is a great route. Yeah, you're exactly right. Just kill the teammate. He'll
Yeah,
understand.
and he even waited a half second. Electronic didn't move, so it's like, well, sorry, dude.
Yep. Sorry, bro. Either way, if they get to keep these two AK-47s, this is an unbelievably good round and good victory of sorts for Gambit. They invested, I think, just $300 into this. I think there was one upgraded P250, and you get two AK-47s out of it, which is going to save you, $6,200 on the investment. So, well done from Gambit to be able to get away with those two guns. Yep.
You can see it from his reaction. I mean, he had no choice. And I'm sure Electronic knows it in that situation. I mean, if you team killed me to kill a guy behind me after, especially where Electronic already got 2 kills and won that exchange, you're still favoring yourself in the trade, and it's worth it. Like I said, if he doesn't shoot and they both die, then the 2 kills Electronic get are effectively canceled out. So, yeah, it's smart. It's fine. Well, smoke will go down, and Inters is covered off by that as Electronic wants to get to top middle. There is a 7-second delay in him getting there because of a Molotov in position, but he'll rotate instead up toward below boiler, but then into boiler. That's what I was trying to say.
I think here comes a pop flash play from Gambit. Perfecto is so blind. And Boomich steps up to the plate. They knew the op was there as well, and he still goes for the peek by half wall. Long after his teammate is dead, and that's a fumble from Navi's B players, banana players. Bombs on the ground. Gambit gets to sink back and be passive as they'd like.
Electronic, though, with a good shot. Oh, does he spot the fact that Inters is still in sight, dancing at pillars? Bomb's still in banana, so if he can get one more, which he should on NAFNI as he looked back that direction, this might force a rotation of at least one player, but Inters gets the kill, and now they're going to know he's alone. Gambit, I think, have held on enough, but Simple's in a 1-on-3. Does he cut back?
Nah, he's just going to go for it here. Try and find this kill, try and get a bomb plant. I'm surprised Electronic didn't see the elbow.
I thought Simple might rotate back toward Arch just to catch off the rotation and then wrap to the side at A, but you're right. He's just going to go straight up, and yeah, fair play. He does get tagged considerably now, though, as he's on 6 HP, but a site that belongs to him. And then a bomb that's planted, smoke as well. Does he try and get into toward Graveyard? No, he's going to sit on the boxes because he knows there's a chance they're going to wrap him from quad as well. About 12 seconds on that smoke, and he's going to get aggressive instead to try and find headshot. Hobbit's close. They're not making any noise. Hobbit's close enough, and baits out a shot that the pistol will do the rest.
That's not a whole lot of good places Simple have gone for that 1v2. It's good on him to get the 3rd kill and the plant, though. That's good economic damage. Like I said, this is where that 3rd round comes into play, where Gambit's able to take 2 AK-47s away. It's actually that many losses in the round don't hurt nearly as much because they already had money built up behind them. So still a very strong buy out of Gambit. Still some cash flow going in. And a 1-round lead for NAVI.
Shots up at the top of him. NAFNI, this is what we did not see from Boomich in the first half. He's going to get aggressive, but look at the amount of heat on him. Good play. Jumps over, identifies the Molotov was put down to slow them, and knows, therefore, that by design and the fact that it's thrown by his teammate, there's a gap behind it at the tree. So Shiro has the aggressive angle. Oh my goodness, he nailed it. That timing. Absolutely. That's just pre-programmed, right? You're flashed off, you shoot and fall, and Simple walks right into it.
Yeah, now actually they can leave after they pushed up. Electronic coming through the smoke, tries to sneak in. That's an important trade from Boomich. Only 2 defenders here, but Navi not committed. Electronic and Simple out for the rest of the round. And Bit's gonna have to deal with some aggression from lane. It's Axile again. Able to get one more. And then back away into the site. 2v4.
Flames at the door of the apartments. Perfecto. Caught. Timing. He thought he could look back in and support Boomich as he wanted to clear toward the crack in the wall at Pitts. And then Boomich needs to back away and try and retain that position, but can't do it. Shiro's got both kills. 10-10, and just to note on that as well for Shiro, he's starting to get things coming alive as he's up to second on the team with 15 kills. Remember, that's what Hobbit had at the end of the first half. He's only on 18, so this is Shiro's AWP becoming a massive factor.
Oh, yeah. And I really like the way Axel's playing over at the A-bomb site right now. He's not content to just let them have control. He wants to go find some information. He doesn't want to let them have access to lane and access to brackets as much as they want. He wants to harass.
Boomich. Still waiting at the bottom side of an end with Perfecto. Boomich has the bomb. Simple's there as well. And we'll see if these pistols can come up with anything at all. Boomich, Simple, the two on Deagles to note. Man, there's some obnoxiously bright colors on these skins these days, Jason.
Which one are you looking at?
The Glock with the two eyes on it, the M4 that
Vogue?
looks like it's from the 70s. I don't know.
70s was a great decade, man. Here we go. 2 flashbangs to work with. Should be a slaughter. Shiro's off is... It's like duck hunt, you know? The ducks, they don't fight back. They just try and get past. Hobbit's there to keep space. And Shiro's got another. A nice flick over. This round's done with 11-10. And Gambit don't lose anyone.
Problem with duck hunt, Jason, was you could just put the gun like 3 inches from the screen and you'd hit every shot.
That's cheating.
That's not cheating. There was no such thing as cheating. Where did it say that's like an aimbot? Nowhere did they say there was a minimum distance.
Surely the family established some ground rules for playing duck hunt.
Well, they didn't, and I found a way around it. I feel like it'd be harder now with like bigger TV, right? Because back then you used to play on like tiny.
Yeah, although technology is probably better. Look at this push in towards Halls. Exile's there with Shiro. You want to talk about that AWP having a huge impact in the second half. Might get a chance again. Although Axel gets a freebie. Electronic didn't expect any kind of Halls aggression. He didn't even consider it as an idea. Nice bait out from Bit. The shoulder peek forces Shiro back after a miss, but they're happy with the man advantage.
Happy with the man advantage and the 1-round lead as well. Bomb plants are going to start to become very important if you're Navi. Lost round bonus will maximize at the end of this round if they aren't able to pick up the victory, but yeah, definitely going to need to get them planted more frequently. They last had a bomb plant 3 rounds ago. Shiro flashed off, will jump back inside of the A site. And a smoke deep toward library. Shiro shuffles his way back inside of the pit. So looking all over for defensive positions as he gets passive aggressive rather than straight down their throat at mid. Axel's made his way inside of the site to help support. He needs to support quicker. Good read. Gets himself against the wall so he's not exposed from those coming in from apartments. He lost Shiro in the process, but leaves it to just Simple. Bomb is grabbable, but they're going to push through on this surely. 2 on the smoke. They'll go for the trade. They're not even going to need it. Nafni's already on top of the case. And at least, as I said, they get a bomb plant on the Navi side because now they'll be able to buy in the next round again, but it's going to be close. 3,400 plus the plant, so yeah, they'll be able to get AKs.
This is not looking good. Gambit has everything. They're looking great. Exile's on point right now. He might have had a bit of a quiet gust too. He's coming alive in this second half. Here on Inferno. 19 kills on Shiro and Hobbit, 15 on Exile.
Smoke inside of Banana. There's one down as well at tree position. Silently, so Nafni's able to find him eventually inside of the smoke as they kind of danced around each other.
Navi's having such a tough time with these openings. 2 rounds now they've lost that first player. And Gambit's just getting aggressive, finding their kill and falling back, and taking a lot of resources away from Navi that they'd like for the rest of the round. Smoke Molotov is what they've got to work with to try and get into this bomb site. That's it.
Hobbit back behind Newbox, not showing himself just yet, and they're trying to run down and rush in his position, so... Wait and walk back out. Doesn't eventually get Boomage. Simple again with the only AK as they elected not to go full force. Is still alive in this round, but he's got little to work with, and he'll be removed just now as no bomb plant once again. 13-10, and we said Navi did very well to finally redeem themselves on Mirage, having lost the last 2 engagements between these two teams, 16-11. But Dust 2 slips away very narrowly, and now we're seeing potentially the same thing happen on Inferno.
Yeah, although this is, I mean, Gambit's just like ripping this out of their hands. I want to see how they're going to open this round. Look at Exile again. Look at the aggression. This is one thing we never saw Navi doing in that first half. There's the deep flashbang. Perfecto's blind. He knows Boomich is there, and you can't get away from Exile. He gets 3 somehow right at the end. Electronic finally puts him down, but it doesn't matter. This round is over in the first 10 seconds.
Man, Exile is the king of the multi-kill. I swear, every single time. I don't think we've called his name once. In terms of, like, just saying 1 kill and that's that. He's so good at finding multiples in those situations, and Bit will be found by Shiro, 14-10. And again, no bomb plant. Great defense so far from Gambit.
Yeah, and it's got to be frustrating if you're Navi, because I feel like, you know, regardless of what they're calling, I mean, think about it. What this was a push down mid. Last round was a push down banana. The round before that was a hall setup. No matter what Navi is calling, Gambit's disrupting it before they can even get into the tactic. Right? They're finding at least a kill, or they're causing Navi to have to use way more utility than they'd like to. They're not giving away any real estate for free. And Navi, I feel like at times is just having difficulty getting to like phase 2 of the round.
Electronic slides back down middle, Tech 9 in hand. Hobbit with the incendiary, ready to throw that down as soon as he has any inclination that they're outside of Banana, and he does see the utility being thrown over, so he deploys it immediately. Do they go on this? Double Molotov back toward Newbox. That'll push the position, but they aren't going to walk through the smoke just yet. With just these pistols to work with. Hobbit's actually rotated all the way around to Chapel, and NAVI is still at Newbox. Hobbit gets 1 as they try and jump up on the balcony. Good read. They smoked CT and wanted to flank. Simple's got the shot in return, though, jumping and sliding. That is the exact way you need to bait out an AK in that situation. And now Navi get a bomb plant down. They pick up an AK in the hands of Simple. There's a second one there. He could throw this one back over to his teammate and try and pick up the second one, but so far they haven't elected to do so. I'm surprised they haven't. I'm surprised they haven't tried to get that gun into a better position. But Bit doesn't want to walk out and get caught from CT, so for now they'll just stay put. And Simple, 20 bullets in this one. He can try and switch that off if he doesn't get enough kills, but he's got to be quick about it. He's going to reach for the second one. No, he's got time to get the reload in, and Bit's going to peek out while they try and chase him down. Shiro now on the AWP with it all to play for. Has Simple been the hero in this round? 3 kills. He's starting to flank through the Chapel, and Shiro with nowhere to go and an up to lose. Tries to at least get both players down. And will go down with the bomb. A win for Simple. It'll leave their money tight, but it's 1 more on the board, and they avoid overtime point.
Yeah, but you can't be happy about that one. You could see just a deep breath from Simple, because that's just like, okay, thank God we stopped this run. Thank God we got a round on the board. Thank God we're not letting them get to 15 when we're only way, way far back at 10. And that's pretty desperate. It almost even felt like Gambit was going to be able to shut that down. That crossfire from new boxes to coffins is so deadly. And if not for maybe just 1 missed shot, that would have been a complete shutdown. 3-round lead for Gambit. And Exile's going to be aggressive again in halls, although he's backing away pretty quickly. Ooh, Shiro needs to get into the smoke and disappear. Almost found the timing.
Time to be invisible to get away from that one. And the issue as well is Gambit still has so much money built up. Naf in a good position. Simple. Ooh, he tried to go through the wall and it gave Nafty a chance to get the repeat because he heard the early dink. He heard that head get hits as Hobbit and Naf, and he still hold Banana. It's down to Bit and Boomich, and this will be a 1-round reset. Remember, it's not a full reset anymore. It counts down by 1. I know it's been that way for a while, but it was just before the online era hit that started. So just to make that clear, if you haven't been watching as much, but it's Shiro that's going to close this out, and it's map and series point and group points for Gambit.
Yeah.
That's a thing. Group
Point.
points.
Yeah, it is now. Group point with an exclamation point. This has been a strong showing on Inferno. Once the guns came out, it was all Gambit. 7-1 run right now on their CT side.
So Bit again will push up and get toward the boiler position with Electronic beside him. They actually let him stand on the barrel so that he can see through the window before he just jumps toward the balcony. Bit of a change to how that's normally done. I like it. A variation. Desperate for Navi and losing HP already as Boomich is down to 42. Say that was mostly done by grenades, Jason, as things get a little bit slow for a moment.
Yeah, well, Navi have to figure out where they're going to end. They're going to want to figure that out before they lose too much utility. Left mid smoke. Electronic and Boomich have control of brackets. Oh, and that's just spam right through. That's unfortunate. Oh, almost out of bullets. He saves just enough to tap away. And you're right. There it is again. Another multi-kill for Exile. Inters is in pit. Ready and waiting. And Navi better start praying for a Gambit mistake.
Or something of legend from Simple, but he's spotted through the edge of the smoke, and Inters has him down already. Perfecto and Bit to try and close it out. One shot at least. Axile's gone. We saw how close he came before, but Bomb still waits at quad. Perfecto sneaking in will leave that on the ground, and he's picked it up on the way by. Either way, he's looking for kills. That's the focus, and it's going to bait Bit out. Turns around, can't quite get Shiro. Round is over, so is the game as Hobbit gets the final kill, and we have our final group stage game completed. We know now that it's Gambit that will lead.
Yeah, that's I
Top
mean,
the group.
what a great series. I actually love that series from those two teams. That's really cool. Gambit, man, that's so good that they just took over Inferno in that fashion. I love the aggression. I love Sheer with the op. I loved Exile pushing up and being aggressive. They did everything I wanted Navi to do in that first half. When it looked like Navi was playing so passive and giving up space, Gambit was pushing forward and taking away ideas away from Navi, and that was fun to watch. So yeah, 2-1. If you didn't watch the rest of this group stage here at StarLadder RMR, like Matt said, this was for the top of the group. No one's eliminated. We're going to see both these teams in the playoffs, so we'll see them over the weekend. We're also going to bring in the analyst desk as well. So a lot of cool new things coming over the weekend, and it's Gambit who tops Group A.
Yeah, they absolutely do. And as we said, this is becoming a grudge match between them. It now means the last 3 best of 3s have gone the way of Gambit. Now, this one wasn't 2-0. Mirage did go the way of Navi, and it could have gone... I think either of those maps could have gone either way at the end as well. So Navi definitely got to pull up their socks a little bit. Economic control was a problem in the second half as well. But yeah, I have to say, I think there's a number of factors, but I think Exile, the way that guy gets multi-kills is so massive. Like in the early round, prediction of the round, like control of the round, getting that advantage sustainably. In terms of trades and everything. And Gambit plays very well for trades as well. So there's our group results. They'll hit 12 points, just as Team Spirit was capable of in Group A and B, respectively, as Navi will finish in second. So too will K23 and Entropic on the other side. Virtus Pro last in the group at the bottom of the table, which is pretty incredible. And Akuma, the only team not to win a series in this entire event. Namiga, I want to give them a shout out. I feel a little bad. They played very well. They played Gambit and Navi very well, taking a map off of each of them and nearly winning against Gambit altogether in that series. But 4 has ultimately occupied the 3rd spot and will move on as well.
Yeah, which is cool to see. I like that we're going to see Entropic again moving forward. They were pretty impressive, man. Rough week for Virtus Pro, and I think the hardest part about it is now that they got to sit there and wait and figure out how many RMR points they're going to get, because those are the standards that are going to be crazy to look at. So, are they going to drop? How much are they going to drop? And who's going to overtake them? This was the schedule for today. If you missed anything, 2-0 Entropic beat Virtus Pro. 2-1. We just saw Gambit mop up NAVI on Inferno and take the top of their group. And yeah, last group stage game that we had.
Yeah, which also means we have some other excitement for tomorrow, Jason, because we'll be joined by our lovely analysts and our desk hosts. We've got quite a few people coming in. We've got James Banks going to be leading the desk. We've got Blade joining us, I think, on Saturday. Obviously, we'll have Vendetta and Vince back as well a little bit. And, of course, none other than the lovely Thorin will be on the desk. That's going to be fun. I think that'll be
Hope his beak face makes an appearance. Beak face Thorin, best Thorin.
Is it the best Thorin now?
Beak face is the best Thorin.
All right, well, I'm looking forward to seeing that. I think I'm looking forward to seeing this rematch as well. I wouldn't mind if this somehow was the finals again, because that was fun. That was, I think, the best game we've seen in this tournament. Not surprising with number 1 and number 2, but it's just the way they're able to make the mid-round adaptations that were so good that I think some of the other teams lack, right? They either get a good start in the round and that's that, or you get some silly clutch and a mistake made. These guys can actually claw back territory, and it's fun to watch.
I think Navi played a really good series as well. I mean, even with the loss, especially on Dust 2, I felt like there was some things that they could have done. I mean, just small, not even mistakes, just small unfortunate events and turn of events that kept them from winning Dust 2. Obviously, didn't help that Simple was in hard carry mode for Dust 2, and that was basically the only time in this week that we saw Simple not really have the full supporting cast that we've come to know and love. So that was a bit rough, but yeah, I agree with you. I think this is a matchup that we should all predict that we're going to be seeing in the grand finals of this event.
I hope that's the case. With that said, I think we'll shut her down for the group stages. We'll see you tomorrow. Again, We'll be joining you with the desk. We'll be joining you with Thorin. You don't want to miss that. And, of course, Moses and I will be back for a little bit of Counter-Strike action as well. Have a good night, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.